Welcome to the NENA EPRC or Enhanced PSAP Registry and Census Training Module. This is a basic training session for the NENA Enhanced PSAP Registry and Census, or EPRC. This session is targeted towards operational users of the EPRC, such as Public Safety Answering Point or PSAP personnel. It will provide an overview of the basic functions of the EPRC map and database viewer and a general description of the EPRC program. While this video will describe some advanced functions and capabilities of the EPRC, including the census, report export, and API function, this video does not provide any instruction for these features. The EPRC is a secure web-based tool that contains contact information and boundary information for PSAPs. This tool allows PSAP personnel to locate and contact other PSAPs during unusual call transfer situations where PSAP contact information is not immediately available. The EPRC can also be accessed by verified public safety entities such as telecommunicators, PSAP management, government organizations, and third-party applications with a valid need to access the EPRC. It was developed by Geocom with funding made available through Uber and the National 911 program. We will now provide you with an overview of the EPRC architecture. The EPRC is a cloud-based platform that is developed within Esri's ArcGIS Online suite. The EPRC can be accessed via any web browser. This includes mobile phone or tablet for unusual use cases such as field dispatch or incident command. The EPRC can also be accessed programmatically via the REST API. The EPRC landing page is at eprc.nena.org. The landing page includes a sign-up request link, a link to access the interactive map, a link to access the census, and any relevant announcements. The landing page also has links to help and training information. Make sure to bookmark the landing page. The EPRC has four main features. These include the database viewer, the census, the reports engine, and the powerful REST API. The database viewer is the main function of the EPRC for most users, and it will be the main focus of this training module. It includes an interactive map, a search function, a database search, and other features. This is a tool that operational personnel, such as telecommunicators, will use to find information about PSAPs during critical call transfer situations. The Census tool is used to update your information in the EPRC. It streamlines the ability for PSAPs and administrators to ensure that all information in the EPRC is correct. If you see incorrect information about your PSAP in the EPRC, contact your PSAP administrator to update the information in the census. Your PSAP administrator will be able to update the information for your PSAP. Detailed information about the Census tool is outside of the scope of this training module. Administrative reports are available via the EPRC to authorized parties. The reports viewer has much of the same functionality as the database viewer. However, it has additional filtering and search capabilities, and it allows for data export. Detailed information about administrative reports are outside of the scope of this training module. The EPRC supports ArcGIS Online's robust REST API. This allows approved outside public safety applications to access data on the EPRC to integrate natively into their own environments. Typical API functions might include to programmatically retrieve records or to process queries using geospatial data on the EPRC. If If you are interested in using the EPRC API or have questions, please contact NENA. We have loaded boundaries based on the information we have. However, at launch, these boundaries were non-authoritative. We are continually working with 911 authorities to update these boundaries. This, combined with census updates, makes our data more useful to PSAPs via the user portal, to research and government organizations, and to public safety applications via our API. If we have bad data, please contact us at 911 EPRC@nena.org to correct it immediately. At launch, PSAP boundaries and contacts are input to the EPRC based on the best available information. Legacy PSAP registry data is preloaded to the EPRC. The census must be updated by each PSAP or each PSAP's designated administrator. PSAP information can be updated at any time. The EPRC is free to access for any verified public safety personnel. If you have an account for the Legacy PSAP registry, you should have received credentials from us already. If you need access, contact us at 911 EPRC@nena.org. Note, we will screen all individuals to ensure they are valid users, which may take several business days. And remember to bookmark the landing page at eprc.nena.org. If you are a valid public safety entity with need to access the API, please contact us. I will now provide an overview of the EPRC's core features. First, to access using any web browser, click on the PSAP Registry button on the home page. This will bring you to our landing page, which is hosted on ArcGIS Online. Here you can request access to the EPRC if you do not already have credentials to do so. You can also access help information, including this video and some written material. And finally, you can access the EPRC itself. When the EPRC opens, you'll be prompted to enter your credentials. Then you will be prompted with the terms of use, which please read, and if you accept them, click OK. You are now viewing the Map Database Viewer, and this is the main view that PSAP personnel will use to access the EPRC. The Database Viewer has the following controls. We have Find Address or Place, Map Navigation buttons, Layer List button, Base Map Gallery button, Measurement button, Select button, the Filter button, and the newest tool is the PSAP Registry table. I will now go through each of these tools. First, I will use the Find Address or Place function. This allows users to find location or search features on a map. I'll go through 4 ways that you can find something. First, you can search for place name. For example, I can search for Washington, D.C. And now I'm in Washington, D.C. I can also search for a point of interest. Here I will search for the Crazy Horse Memorial. And here I am. I can enter an address. For example, I can search for NENA's offices at 1700 Diagonal Road, Alexandria, Virginia. And here I am. And finally, I can enter a latitude-longitude coordinate. For example, I can enter negative 93.109 and 44.947 to find the St. Paul Cathedral, and this will bring me to the cathedral in St. Paul, Minnesota. Once zoomed in on a location to examine, the user may click anywhere on the map to see PSAP contact information at that specific location. If there are multiple PSAPs serving that location, you may click on the arrow buttons to scroll through PSAPs that serve that location. For example, both the Ramsey County Emergency Communications Center and the Minnesota State Patrol answers calls at or near this particular location. The map navigation buttons can be used to change the extent of the current map view. You can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can press the home button to return to the default map extent, or you can press on My Location to use your current location using location services through your device. Note that you will need to give your browser permission to access your location, and the accuracy is outside of NENA's control because it is using location services through your device. The Layer List button opens up a list of boundary layers in the map that can be turned on or off. Current boundary layers included in this list are state boundaries, PSAP boundaries, and U.S. Coast Guard sector boundaries. Let me show you an example. First, I will turn off the PSAP boundaries. You'll see that the PSAP boundaries are hidden. And now I will turn on the U.S. Coast Guard sector boundaries. Now if I click somewhere, I will get the U.S. Coast Guard Sector and Rescue Coordination Center covering the area of the map that I have clicked on. The Base Map Gallery button opens up a list of underlying base maps the user can pick from. Current base maps included in this list are the imagery, which includes aerial and satellite imagery, streets, which includes the default base map, topographic, which includes physiographic data such as contours and shaded relief depicting terrain elevation. The measurement button allows the user to perform various basic measurements. These include measuring the area of a specified polygon, this will provide the acreage for the area that is selected within this polygon. You can also measure distance or the length of a line or a series of lines or you can identify coordinates at any point on the map. The Select button enables users to interactively select multiple PSAPs on the map by drawing a box around the area. To use this feature, first zoom in on the map on the desired area to the scale where PSAP boundaries begin to appear on the map. Open the Select tool by clicking on the Select button, and on the Select Tool dialog, press the green Select button and then draw a rectangle around the PSAPs that you wish to select. The PSAPs that cover the selection area are highlighted. You can click on any of the highlighted areas to bring up the information for the PSAPs in this area. Note that you can also clear your selection by clicking on Clear Selection. The Filter button allows the user to limit the visibility of PSAPs displayed on the map. Currently available filters include Filter by State, Filter by County, or Filter by Congressional District. For example, I will enter MN for the state of Minnesota and we'll click on PSAP boundaries to apply the filter to the PSAP boundaries. You can see now that only PSAPs within the state of Minnesota are shown. There's now an expanded PSAP Registry search tool that makes searching for PSAPs much easier. This tool includes a search box where you could search for something like Columbus, Ohio, or you may also search for all PSAPs in a county or state by typing in search text such as Franklin County, Ohio, MN, or Minnesota. After typing text to search for and pressing the Enter key, the search table will show a list of PSAPs matching your search text. You can click on a row in the table and the map will zoom to that PSAP's location. You can also click on the Show Details link on the PSAP row in the table in order to see more details about the selected PSAP. You can return to the full searched list using the Return to List button. If your search returns more PSAPs than fit into the search table, then the first, previous, next, and last link buttons activate so that you can page between records. The Help button is located in the top right of the table. This button will open a new web browser window or tab navigated to the Help page for the EPRC database viewer. When you click on a row in the table of search results, the map will zoom to the PSAP's location and display the PSAP's geographic area with a blue shaded highlight. Clicking the Clear button will remove the PSAP area highlight from the map. When you select a PSAP from the search table and click the Show Details link for the PSAP, a PSAP record details table will display. Note the following link buttons at the top of the PSAP details table. The Return to List link button will take you back to the PSAP search table display, and the Submit Corrections to this record link button opens a form where you may submit PSAP record updates to NENA. The form will automatically populate information previously entered for the PSAP record. Existing information can be updated, and new previously missing information can be added as needed. The Submit button can be clicked at the bottom of the form to submit changes to NENA. In closing, we hope that you now have greater familiarity with the NENA EPRC, its purpose, architecture, and basic functions. In particular, we hope that you are familiar with the database viewer, which is the main component of the EPRC that supports PSAP operations. If you have any questions or concerns, please contact us at 911-EPRC@nena.org.